Okay, again, I am giving you a brief. So today we are discussing about the Udyan Bandh. So first, Swami Swatmaram is telling in this sloka that how if you practicing Udyan Bandha, then your prana will be flow properly in the Susumna Nadi and it will be go in the upward direction. Okay, and like flies like a bird. How the bird will be flies in the sky in the upward direction. In the same way, your prana will be floating in the susumna. That is properly. It will be go always the flow of the sakti or energy will be go in the upward direction by adopting only Udyan Bandha. Okay. Then what you need to do in this Udyan Bandha? What is the procedure? He said. Now, Udare Paschimang Tanang means you have to Udara means in your navel region or in the belly region, you have to squeeze it towards the backward. That is the Paschimam, backward direction. Then Navir Urdhva. Then only you are able to Navir Urdhva means Navir means your navel region. Navel region just upper part. Navir Urdhva Cha Karayat. Okay. Just above the navel region and just below the navel region. That area you have to squeeze it and you just squeezing towards the backward direction. So you just specify the area, this area. If your navel is here in this red point, then this is the above area and this is the below area. So these two area you have to squeeze it. So here he just given that, he just said that navel Urdham, what is the Urdham area is there, upper area of the navi, that you have to squeeze and you have to pulling it in the inside so that there is the actual lock will be established. That lock is called here the Udyan Bandha. Okay, this two area you have to squeeze it. That navel region above mostly but, to applying the Udyan Bandha. Then he is telling Mrityu Matanga Keshari means what is Mrityu Matanga Keshari? That elephant is animal which is very strong. No one can kill that elephant because he having more strength. One can one cannot defeat elephant. But lion can defeat the elephant or can kill the elephant with his intelligence only. By if lion will be used as just strongness and go towards the elephant, then it is not possible to defeat elephant. But because of the intelligence, he can use that intelligence and kill the elephant. In the same way, if you are applying the Udyan Bandha, that much strongness and that much intelligence will be developed in your body. He is just given an example. How the Kesari will be defeated the elephant, in the same way you are able to defeat your death and defeat your old age by adopting the Udyan Bandha. Okay, all of you getting this sloka? What do you mean by Mrityu Matanga Keshari? Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, in the next sloka, he is telling Udyanam tu sahajan guruna kathitam sada abhyaset satatan yestu brudho api tarunayat. Okay. Means how the Udyan Bandha is prescribed in the previous sloka, you have to perform according to the said by the teacher. Means what are the teacher will be said. Means what are the steps he is said in the 57. He said that you have to perform that Udyana to Sahajan Guruna. Means how the natural movement of the Udyan Bandha you have to perform by the instruction of your Guru. Then you have to practice it in the daily basis, or you have to practice it satatam, means continuously and constantly, or you have to perform it in daily, so that yah tu brudha api tarunayat, means who are become brudha or who are become in old age, that person become converted as the taruna. Taruna means it is talking about the young. means that person become converted as the young. Okay, so that he described here that how much you having powerful means what are the elephant, how elephant will become the strongness will be there. So that type of things will be developed, but because of the intelligence of the lion, he becomes skilled. So whatever the young is, means old age is there, what are the severing is there in the body, what are the disadvantage, means discomfort in the body whenever one will become in the old age, the different type of disease will be occurs. So what is the, means what is that body is suffering from many things, means that is no strongness is that whenever we are continue the Udyana Bandha, that all will be destroyed, what are the symptoms of the old age, and that will be converted as a young one. Okay, by practicing Udyana. Then again he is telling, Navir Uddhar, Navir, Navhe, Urdham cha Madhyaha, Chapi, cha Api, Tanam Kuryat Prayatnataha, Shanamasa Abhyase. Okay, Sanamasam Abhyashet Mrityunjaya Teva na Sansaya. Means here he is trying to say about the how much day you need to do the practice. Is the time period. How much you need to do the practice. Okay. Navar madhye, navar urdha madhya hascha. Means urdha means what? Navir, urdha and madhya means this is the madhya, which is the down. Madha. Madha means it is the downward direction and urdha means upward direction. That's two part. You have to squeeze it properly. If anyone is giving any message, please tell me because I am unable to see your message. Please unmute at that time and tell me what if you want to say. Okay. So Navir, that I said in the previous slide also in this practice, what you need to do that the Urdhva area and the Madhya area, that is the Madhya also it is considered as, but here according to the Sloka, Madhya means the downward or the lowest part of the navel region. This two part you have to squeeze. This area you need to squeeze according to this picture also. So whenever you are applying this squeezing, this part, what happens? The pranayat, the prayatna means if you do this pulling and do this squeezing very carefully for this practice for how many months? Now Sanamasam, that is for the 6 months. What happens? That one becomes conquer about the death. Means one is able to victory and become control over the death. There is no sansaya, means there is no doubt like this. So just 1 second. Try to complete. Yes. So whenever one will be practice this squeezing method, squeezing means whenever he is practicing the Udyan Bandha for 6 months, then that means time period he is mentioned that 6 months you need to do the practice. If you want to get the benefits of the Udyan Bandha properly, then you have to practice it for the 6 months. Whatever the teachers will be instructed you according to that manner, so that your prana will be flow in the Brahmanadi in the upward direction properly, and you becomes conquer over the death. There will be no doubt. Okay, no one can be doubt over it, so that whatever you will get the benefit. Then again he is telling, Sarvesham eva bandhanam uttamam ही उद्यानका उद्याने दृढे बंधे मुक्ति ही स्वाभाविकी भवेत्. Okay, most important sloka here. Sarvesham bandhanam. Sarvesham eva bandhanam uttamam. Okay, uttamam. Here the word is used. Uttamam bandha. Which one is the uttamam bandha here? Yes. Which one is said as the uttamam here?
Udyana Bandha. Udyana Bandha is
Udyana. Yes, very good. So sarve eva means what are the other bandhas practices are there? Bandhanam uttamam. Which one is the means what are the bandhas as described here? The uttamam one or the best one is called as the highest one is called as the udyana bandha. Udyana kaha means that udyana bandha is the best one. And udyane drudha bandhe means whoever study or whoever means adopting this udyana, that person or that practitioner become mukti. Here it is most important. Which bandha will be give you the mukti? Which bandha will be give you the liberation or freedom? That is your udyana bandha. Okay. Swabhavikihi bhavet means that person is means naturally will be get the mukti or naturally he get the liberation state. Means naturally means whenever you are continue with this for the 6 months and you are practicing it for more, then automatically one stage you will got that stage will become whenever you are practicing properly in every day. Okay, so automatically, Swabhaviki means automatically you will get a state that is called as the mukti state or that is called as the liberation state whenever you are adopting Udyana Bandha, because it is said as the Uttamam one and it is the best one. Okay, so this is all about the Udyana Bandha. Who can elaborate me about the Udyana Bandha quickly? Quickly tell me now. What do you mean by Udyana Bandha? How one need to do the practice of Udyan? First tell me.
Actually, Udyana, we have to pull back the part of the abdomen and raise it to the level above the navel. So this is what is lion. This is what is Udyan Bandha. That is a lion to the elephant death. That is what it is said. So then here the yogis call it Udyana because this prana is confined to the Sushumna and it moves upwards and rises with the nadi. So that is upward direction, moves it to the upward direction. So that it is the analogy which is given is that bird, as the bird flies instantly into the Udyana, the Bandha is explained as Udyana since it travels upwards.
Yes, this is the procedure. Particularly which area it will be defined? Near navel, urdhva and madham.
Upward.
Nabi.
Navel area.
Nabi.
Above the navel.
Yes. Madham means that is the near the navel or below the downward and upward. Both area you need to squeeze it. What is the benefit?
Yes. If Udyana is practiced by the instructions of Guru, even an old person can become young if he when it is done regularly.
Yes. What are any other benefits?
Yes, one can. This is the Uttama Bandha, and one can get liberation and freedom.
Yes.
And by practicing 6 months, one can conquer death.
Yes. By practicing of 6 months, one can conquer over the death. This much is required for the Udyan Bandha. And I hope all of you made your Bandha note. As I said, Mudra and Bandha started now only. No need to keep it for the next after completing. Anyone is continue with the class? Your notes are continuing. Yes. No one. No
It's
one is
continuing.
What?
what I said in this chapter 3, always we are keeping the, we always completed the chapter. After that, you are completing your notes. But this time for chapter 3, I said that write down from today only.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
We are
Yes,
completing the
all-
notes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
started writing today. So, yes.
Okay, very good then. What about others? Ankita ji and Ganeshwari ji? Have you did in that way? No.
Yes, ma'am. I have making the notes.
Okay. But short notes, I am talking about the short notes, how the you all arrange in the asana, how you arrange all pranayam in one page, in that way. Try to do the mudra now only. Okay. So this is all about, yes.
Sorry, ma'am. Only one question. Anyone remind the Uttama asana? Which asana is the Uttama asana, ma'am? While
Yes. You can tell me which one is the Uttama asana, which one is the Shrestha asana.
Shrestha asana,
Siddhasana.
Siddhasana. Uttama asana, I think Padmasana.
Padmasana. Yes, Padmasana.
Padmasana, no.
Huh?
Last class.
Huh?
Last time also
Simhasana.
when yes.
Simhasan.
Paschimottanasana.
Yes, very good. Simhasan, not
Oh,
Paschimottanasana.
Simhasan.
That's why
Simhasan,
I
correct.
asked
Last
you,
time
ma'am.
I
I
told
forgot that.
Padmasana. Yeah.
Many
I
times
forgot
I did the notes, but still you are confused.
No, ma'am. Actually, I had told Padmasan. Then somebody corrected Sukanya ji, I think.
Ah.
Simhasan. So Simhasan is the
Okay.
which asan?
Simhasan.
No, no.
Uttamasan, Simhasan, and
Uttam.
Shreshtasan is
Siddhasan.
Yes.
Uttamasan. Simhasan.
When we
Okay.
confuse these two, like in the Bandha, which one is the Uttam?
Udyana.
Dhyana
Udyana.
Bandha.
And which one is the superior one?
Ala.
Kechari.
Kechari Mudra.
Kechari Mudra.
Kechari. Kechari is the superior and
Superior.
Uttamam is the Udyana.
Udyana.
Next one is Mulabandha. Can anyone tell me before discussing about the Mulabandha, which area we are applying the Mulabandha? In which area? Yes, anyone if you practice?
Perineum. Yeah. Anal.
By seeing the picture, by seeing the slide you are telling. Yes, who said?
Squeezing anal region.
Ankita ji, your voice always come little very low. I don't know what happened. Maybe you.
some.
He's
Yes.
far from your mobile, mobile or stick.
Actually,
like
I'm
in that
connected
way.
to the tablet. That's
Ah.
why
Now it
Actually,
is okay. Tell me.
squeezing your anal region upward. It's a mool bandha and
Anal listen
upward.
of white. Yes. Any other? Anyone else? Yes, Usa ma'am, you said. I think you you said something.
Yeah, perineum I said.
Perineum. Yes, Sumaji. What is your experience? How many of you applied the Mulabandha?
I have
Practice.
tried. Yeah.
Okay.
Mulabandha is pulling upwards and holding it, the anal region.
Anal reason.
Yeah.
Means many of you means if you see, many are said that you have to squeeze your anus region. You have to squeeze your your perineum region. You have to squeeze your Guda. Guda also someone is telling.
Buddha. Yeah.
And someone is so which one is the correct word here in HATHAPRADIPIKA? What he is telling? Let's see. So we in the previous Upadesas we also seen Swatmaram is describing you have to apply Jalandhar Bandh, you have to apply Udyan Bandh, you have to apply Mula Bandh. So we already seen in the Udyan Bandh that you have to squeeze your navel upward and backward that muscles you have to squeeze it. That is the Udyan Bandh. But what you need to do in the Mula Bandh, that is here. So Atha Mulabandha means now he is discussing about the Mulabandha. So what you need to do in this Mulabandha? Now, Pani Parshina Bhagena. Okay, here little bit Pani Bhagena it is written, it is wrong. So Parshina Bhagena Sampitya Yonim Akunchanam Gudam Apanam Urdham Krushya Mulabandha Abhidiyate. Okay, Parshani Bhagena Sampidya means here he is talking about the position of your leg. Parshani Bhagena Sampidya means you have to place your heel. Okay, how you are sitting in the Siddhasana posture, you are pressing your heel towards your perineum in that area, vagina area. In the same way, you have to first keep your Parshina Bhagena means you have to place your heel towards your yoni area, so that your then you have to apply akunchanam. Akunchanam, your gudam means you have to apply your akunchanam means contraction in the gudam. Gudam means in anus area. Okay, first you have to place your heel near your yoni. Then you have to contract your anus. Then apanam. Whenever you contraction will be applied in the gudam area or in the anus area, what happens? The apana, which is the vayu, which is present in which area? Apana vayu is present in which area? Yes. Yes. Yes, please give me the answer. Apana vayu is present in which area?
Perineum. Perineum.
Means your pelvic region. It is present near your navel region. Sorry, below the navel. Okay. So what happens where? What is the movement of the apana vayu?
Downward.
Downward movement. But whenever you are applying Mula Bandha, what happens? That will be go in the upward direction. Okay, Urudham. Apanam, which is going in the natural movement of the apana vayu, it will be downward direction. It will be go in the upward direction. That is called as the Mula Bandha according to the Swami Swatmana. If you see in this picture, this is a male genital and this is the female. And in the both, there is some point is written 1, 2, and 3. These 3 points you have to apply. Means lock whenever you are contracting, it will be affect this 3 area. Okay, this 3 area continuously affected. In the same way, in the female case, it is also 1, 2, and 3. This 3 area becomes contracted. Okay, if you see in this picture, it is a female reproductive organ that will be showing in this picture. So this is your anus region. And this is your vagina. And this is your okay, so you will pass. Whenever you are applying Mula Bandha, which area becoming contract? Yes, can anyone tell me? Anus region or vagina or urethra? Which area? Yes, can anyone confirm me which area particularly?
Anus region, ma'am. We contract that and pull up.
We are applying lock in these 3, but actual muscle which will be involved, that is the perineum. This area,
Okay.
these muscles will be get contracted.
Okay.
Whenever we are applying Mula Bandha, particularly these muscles will be get affected, and it will be squeezing out. It will be link out this 2 also and this one also. So all will be get squeezed. Whenever we are applying Mula Bandha, that is particularly this muscle, or this is called as the perineal body, the perineum area getting contracted. Not anus, not vagina, not urethra. But whenever you are applying the Mula Bandha, that will be perfectly working on these 3. So that it is written as the 3. That is means urethra also, that area also is written. When your vagina also getting contracted, and your anus is also getting contracted. But actual the modification or the contraction will be happen in this area. That is the perineum area. Okay, all of you getting the, all of you understood? Particularly whenever we are applying the Moola Bandha, that is will be happening in our which area?
Perineum area.
Perineum area. That one is the correct one. So whenever we are applying this contraction in the perineum area, what happens? The Apana Vayu, which is associated in our this parts, that will be movement in this area. So that will be always flow in the downward direction. But when we apply Moola Bandha, that will be flow because we are applying the locks. So whenever lock will be applied, the force will be force will be created in that area, perineum area, so that we are stopping the prana to flow in that. So automatically that prana, which is flow in a very speed up way, that will be create because of the blockness, it will be move in the upward direction. So what happens whenever that prana will be moving in the upward direction? Here it is again he is telling adhogatim apanam va urdhagam kurute balat, means that forcefully whenever you are contracting in that area, force you are applying na. So when this contracting that area, perineum area, with the force, which is the apana vayu, which is going in the adhogati, means it, which is in the downward direction, that becomes converted in the urdhagama, means that will be flow in the urdhagama, means it will be go in the upward direction. Akunchane natam prahula mulla bandham ki yogina, means this will be happen, and how it will be happen? Only because of the akunchana, by contracting the and by applying the Moola Bandha only. Whenever yogi will be apply Moola Bandha, so automatically the perineum area will be get contracted, and the Apan Vayu, which is flowing in the downward direction, that will be flow in the upward direction. Okay, next in this sloka, what he is telling, now Gudam Pashyana. Gudam Pashyatu Sampityaha Vayum Akunchayat Balat Baram Baram Yatha Baram Baram Yatha Cha Urdha Samayati Samirana. Samirana means it is the synonym of wind or the air. Samirana means whenever you are practicing and you are just contracting these muscles again and again, the air which is present in the body, that becomes vitalized, that becomes rises, and that means he is telling the same thing, but he is just giving more importance that you have to do this practice repeatedly, again and again. Vayum akunchanet balat, means the bala, what is the strength is there, the apana vayu strength or the vayu strength, that will be go in the upward direction. How it will be go in the upward? When there some forces will be there, automatically cannot go, because in the beginner state always in the normal human being, apana vayu will be go in the downward direction. But how for the yogi it will be very difficult to flow in the upward moment. So that's difficult. Why it is difficult? Because you need to do some practices. So here Swatmaram is prescribed. If you following the Moola Bandha practices, then it will be very easy. And if you are contracting the perineum area again and again, baram, repeatedly, you have to follow the Moola Bandha practice, so that your prana vayu or the vital area, it will be flow and it will be energized very speedily, and it will be go in the upward direction. Okay.
Ma'am, one doubt.
Yes.
Do we have to press with our heel?
Because you are sitting in the Siddhasana. How we are in the starting sloka we discussed na. Because you are using the Siddhasana posture, so automatically your heel will be pressed towards your anus region, or that is the perineum region. Okay. Automatically it will be pressed, because in Siddhasana we see the what is the procedure in Siddhasana.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay, got it.
Next.
Ma'am, here they are talking about Ashwani Mudra, right?
Directly it is not saying that Aswini Mudra, but we can understand in that way. But he is not directly given any Aswini Mudra, and like how we are discussing one mudra, means direct reference is not there. Whenever we are applying Asuna Mudra, we are using that method. But here he just said that what is the heel position you have to press towards the anus region or rectum region, and your position of the, means where you need to apply the contraction. That too.
For Ashwini Mudra, we no need to perform in Siddhasana, ma'am.
Siddhasana no need, but heel position because is there, so that we are considering that how is telling us Aswini Mudra.
Okay.
Next, Pranapanau Nadabindu Moolabandhena Chekatam Tattva Yogasya Sansidhin Yachato Natra Sanshaya. And here, most important, he is given two names which are getting united. One is Pranapana, second one is Nada and Bindu. Means your Prana Bayu and Apana Bayu. What is the movement of the Prana Bayu? What is the movement of the Prana Bayu? In which direction?
Upward.
Upward direction. But in the Apana Bayu direction is downward. But
Downward.
whenever you are applying the Moola Bandha, means whenever you are practicing the Moola Bandha, Chekatam means Cha Ekatam, means it will be Ekatam, or it will be get united, or it will be get union between these two, Prana and Apana, which is flowing in the upward direction and it is going downward direction. Both becomes direction, there become changes. And Apana will be go upward and Prana will be flow in the downward direction. So both are get united. Okay. In the same way, Nada and Bindu, the lower step, that is the Nada means inner sound, and the Bindu, the energy point, they become also getting united by adopting which Bandha? Yes.
Bandha.
Adopting which Bandha?
Udyan.
Moola Bandha.
Moola Bandha only. Sorry.
Moola Bandha. Okay.
Yeah.
How it will be Udyan Bandha? We already finished this, the Udyan Bandha. This one is the Moola Bandha. So Prana Apana getting merged. Nada Bindu is also getting merged. So there will be means oneness will be attained by the yogi whenever he just practices the Moola Bandha. So that is, we no doubt that if you are practicing the Moola Bandha, then that is the two things will be getting united in your body. First one is Prana and Apana, and second one is Nada and Bindu. And we will become perfect and attain the perfection. Okay. The next what is said, Apana Pranayo Rekayam Khayo Mutra Parishayoho Yuva Bhavati Brudho Api Satatang Moola Bandhana. The same benefit is also said in the Udyana Bandha, that one becomes oldest person become converted as the young person. It is also benefit is the same. First note out. First it is said that Yuva Bhavati Brudha Api, means who was the Brudha, the old man, he becomes converted as a young man. Why it is said as the young man? Here is the second benefit. Mutra Parishayoho. Khayo Mutra Parishayoho means that person having any urine issue or any stool issue, that becomes also khayo. Khayo means that will be destroyed. If you sin in the old days, what happens? They become if you see many persons are there who are in old age, they become cannot control over his urination. They become urine anywhere, means without knowing, urination will be there. So that problem, what will be happen in the urination problem or any stool problem in the old days, so that becomes control, that becomes destroy that type of problems whenever this Apana and Prana become getting united. Okay, here it is benefit is also said about the Moola Bandha, because through the Moola Bandha only one person is able to united his Apana and Prana by. When this Apana and Prana become united, what happens? The person who is practicing this Moola Bandha, that practitioner is able to destroy all type of urine and stool problems. Means he becomes control over the urine and stool, And who are the Vrudha? Vrudha means old age is there. That becomes converted as the Yuva. Okay, by adopting the Mula Bandhana. Okay, so always who is practicing the Mula Bandha. First, here two sense you can assume. First is he is telling Parisha, means so that person having control over his urination and stool. And second is telling that one become who is old age, he becomes converted as the young. So you can interlink this old age with the urination and stool, what I said now, because whenever old age is there, they are unable to control over his urination. If you see somehow some persons are, whenever urinal becomes unknowingly, it will come out and they are not able to control over his stool also. Repeatedly he is just go for the stool stool. So the person who is practicing here Mula Bandha, he is telling, Swami Satmaram is telling, he can control over this stool. Okay, and it will be decreased. How it will be repeatedly, it will be happen, so that becomes decrease. Okay, all of you getting this point? And this is very, very important. Please note out. Mutra Parishaya means which practice will be decrease the urination and stool, which practice will be control over the urine and stool formation. All of you understood this slide? Please confirm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, he is telling, continue with the same apana and prana. Means what happens when apana vayu goes in the upward direction? That is said here. Apana urdhage, apana urdhage jate prayate banhi mandalam tada anala sikha dirgha jayate vayunata. What do you mean by that? Apana urdhage means whenever apana will be moved in the upward direction, jate means when it will be happens, then prayate bandhi mandala means it will be moved to the bandhi mandal, means apana vayu which is present in below the navel region and that is our pelvic region. So when apana vayu will be started flow in the upward direction, it will be first come to the bandhi mandal. Which area is called bandhi mandal? Can anyone tell me? We already discussed. Which one is Bandhi Mandal? That is the Bandhi Mandal means
Yeah.
Surya Mandal. Yes.
Is it Manipura?
Very good. That is the Manipura. It is talking about the Surya Mandal area. Okay, Manipura Chakra, where it is present, or that is our three mandals are there in our body now. What are the three mandals? Can anyone tell me? Have you know anyone?
That Surya Mandal, that one, ma'am. Chandra Mandal.
One more.
Vahni, or what?
No. Third one is the Yoni Mandal.
Yoni Mandal.
First one is Chandra Mandal, which is the present in the our head region. Then second one is the Surya Mandal, which is the another synonym is Bandhi Mandal. That is the same Surya Mandal. Okay, it is present in our navel region. And the Yoni Mandal, which is present in the Yoni area. So according to the different what we seen in the Kechari Mudra, the directly which is the Amruta, the nectar which is coming from the Chandra Mandal, that will be directly fall in the Bandhi Mandal and it will be destroyed in the Yoni Mandal. But here he is telling that Bandhi Mandal, whenever apana vayu will be flow in the upward direction, the Bandhi Mandal means that is the Manipura Chakra, that means in the stomach area, it is the fire will be illuminate or fire will be flames more extendedly, means it will be dirgha means it will be long lasting fire will be flame up. And which area? That means it is talking about the digestive fire. That Surya Mandal, that stomach area is getting more digestive fire will be illuminate. That means more digestion power will be increased of that person. Whatever he will be take, that will be digest in a very proper way. So it will be increases. It will be happen because of only when the apana vayu will be moved in the upward direction. Okay, And that Anila Shikha means that is the flame of fire. It will be rises in that area. Which area? That is the Vani Mandal area, or that is your Surya Mandal. Okay, which is in our Manipura Chakra is present. Clear? Then after that, what happens? Tatayato Bandhaya Apanau Pranamushna Swarupankam. Tenat yatan pradiptastu jwalana dehajastatha. Okay, dehajatatha. What do you mean by that? Tata means whenever this will be happen, that the digestion process of the Bandha fire will be illuminated. What happens? The Tatayata means by proceeding over this, that Apanavaya will be moved in the upward direction. Bandhaya Apanav means that fire which is formed because of the Apana and the Prana, that will be create more heat, or whenever this Apana and Prana will be get united, it will be create more heat in that area. Okay, because of first he is telling whenever Apana will be going upward direction, the Bandha Mandal, the Surya Mandal is getting illuminated. But more it will be illuminated, or more it will be hot when the Prana and Apana becomes united, or it will be get in a Atyanta Pradita, means it will be goes in extreme stage of illumination, and so that your Jwalanaha means the flame of the fire, or the Jwalan means the here it is considered as the flame. Yeah, and this Jwalan, this flame will be established in the body, or it will be this illuminate will be established, or illuminate will be happen in the body whenever the person will be applying which bandha? Yes, which bandha?
Moola Bandha.
Moola Bandha.
Moola bandha. So only because of the Moola bandha is the one procedure here according to the Swatmaram, through which one can able to control over his Apana and Prana Vayu, so that Apana and Prana will be move in the opposite direction, and it will be get united, and Nada and Bindu also getting united. And the benefit is said that one is able to control over his stool and urine. One is who are having old age also, they becomes converted as the young one. How? Now what are the things will be there in the old age, that is no control over his stool and urination. He becomes control over his that part, and also that type of energy also created, because old age it's become converted as young means what? That old person who are having 70 years, he becomes converted as the 17. No, 70 cannot be converted as the 70. 70 is there, but he becomes feel the energy which is there. The energy will be get that the young one who is having the 17 years age boy. Have you seen that how much energy will be have? Or the young one having, if we consider the 25 years, so that person having how much energy, so that energy will be got by that old man or that practitioner who becomes in 70. Okay, again he is telling here, whoever control and whoever united this Apana and Prana, what happens? The digestive fire will be eliminated more and more. Only upon Apana Vayu forward upward direction, it will be illuminated. But whenever this two Apana and Prana become united, that will be more illuminated, or extremely stage it will be gone, so that your body becomes full of energy, and it will be get your digestive system also getting more accumulate, and it will be create a proper digestive means whatever you take, that will be digest properly. Okay, so these are the things so I discuss, and again he is telling, Tena, whenever this more digest means more Agni or more fire will be illuminated through this Apana and Prana combination, or unison or union, what happens? Tena Kundalini, then he is telling about now Kundalini. Tena Kundalini Sukta Satapta Sampravutyate Dandahata bhujangiva nishwasya rujutang brajate. Okay, the same thing we already discussed in another mudra, that our kundalini, it is like in the serpent form. But how whenever we are hitting by a stick, what happens? That becomes converted in a stick format. Okay, serpent movement is in this way. Serpent movement will be do in the curve. But whenever we are just beaten by a stick, it will be converted as a stick one or the straight one. In the same way, Kundalini also converted in the which is in the dormant state, which will be in the sleeping state. So because of the flame is more illuminated in there, in that your Bandhi Mandal. So what happens, that how much the illumination will be there in that area, your Kundalini will be awakened and it will be flow. And Dandahata means like a stick, it will be Bhujangi, which is the serpent form. Okay, it will be the Kundalini actual stages, it is in the serpent form and it will be move in the this zigzag form or in curve formation. But whenever we are applying this Mula Bandha, then Apana and Prana get united, that becomes converted as a stick or as a straight path will be there, so that the flow of the Prana Sakti flow of means that will be Kundalini will be awakened. Here it is, he just tried to say, which is the Kundalini in the sleeping state. That will be because of the extreme heat, it will be become straight and it will be a flow in the proper. Okay. The next, Bilam pravestiva tato brahmo nadayantaraha brajet tasmana nityam mulabandha kartavyo yogi bhihi sada. Bilam means it will be create a hole in the pravishita eva, means that the prana means susumna nadi will be get blockage. But whenever this heat will be established, what happened? The hole will be created in the Brahma nadi. That is the talking about the susumna nadi. So it will be the Vilam Praveshtya. Praveshtya means that will be enter Tato Brahma Nadi Tarang Brajet, means that will be moved in the enter in the Susumna Nadi and moves in the Susumna Nadi, so that whoever for which practitioner it will be go in the means in the Susumna Nadi. Tasmat Nityam Mulabandham Kartabhya Yogini Sata, means the yogi who is practicing Mulabandha in every day or practicing in a daily basis, that person's Kundalini will be awakened and the blockages which is will be there in the Susumna Nadi, that will be destroyed and the prana will be flow properly in the Brahma Nadi. Okay. So these are the things all about your Mula. All of you getting all the points, or anyone having any doubt? Okay, the serpent and stick form also we discuss in another bandha on mudra. Who can tell me which mudra? No one remember.
Which bandha, ma'am, what you asked?
The serpent form, which is the Kundalini, he become that serpent form Kundalini will be converted in a stick one or straight one by practicing which mudra or bandha? We already discussed in the previous one.
Mahamudra.
Mahamudra, Kechari or Mahamudra.
No, actually today we discuss about that. Umaji, you did not go through the. Yes, it is talking about the Mahamudra. Okay, by practicing Mahamudra also, in that case, Satmaram is telling that your Kundalini,
Hello.
which is in the form, that becomes converted.
Hello.
Who is this?
8:30 there is a class of maths.
Today
Okay.
there is class.
Hello.
8:30.
Okay. Okay, then we wind up here today.
Okay.
All of you remember the Mahabandha is also talking about the same. And in Moola Bandha is
Even-
also about same.